I think I just found one of the best looking and sounding budget magnetic keyboards. Like, look at how clean this all black design look is. But if you think it's too simple, then you don't have to worry. Cause look at that, it's actually see-through. Like, I haven't seen any keycaps like this in a budget magnetic keyboard, but yeah, the looks and the sound is not the only good thing about this magnetic keyboard. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now that seems to be everything inside the box. Very nice, simple packaging, secured. All of the accessories that you will be needing will come with the box. Now, first impressions on the keyboard, I think it looks very clean, all black, but I'm pretty sure these are see-through keycaps. It's just kinda hard to see. We'll see later with the RGB on. But yeah, it does feel pretty high quality. It does have an aluminum case, kinda, because the bottom is plastic, but the frame is aluminum. But yeah, it still does have that weight, which I really like. Very high quality. Now for the different colors and variations, there's actually a lot of options you can choose. I got the Phantom, I'm pretty sure. Now for the keycaps, this is the M key, and this should be the XVX IMD Tech 2.0T Phantom keycaps, which, not gonna lie, doesn't look see-through at all, but if you shine a light under it, look at that, it's actually see-through. But yeah, it is also side printed. It does look pretty high quality. I have no problems with it. Let's see if the other ones are not transparent. Okay, all of them are actually transparent. Not sure what the picture says though. Oh wait, I think I'm misunderstanding the picture actually. All of them should be see-through, but the picture is like this to show that it actually looks all black if you turn off the RGB. Oh, well, I guess if you want a similar look in the picture, just turn off half of the RGB. But yeah, for the key or for the switches, we do have three options: the Gateron EF Magnetic Pros, Gateron Magnetic Jade Pros, or the Gateron Magnetic Jade Pro Max, which I got over here. They are very transparent, by the way. I can imagine the RGB looking so good here, but yeah, I also think it does look pretty cool. You can actually see the kind of golden spring inside. But yeah, closed bottom if it's hard to tell because of the transparency. I already gave you guys a little sound test earlier. I think they sound and feel very smooth and amazing. There is also very minimal wiggle, wobble, very stable switches. But yeah, here's a little sound test with the switches and the keycaps on. This keyboard feels and sounds amazing typing on. I think they do sound pretty creamy if I describe it. The force is also just perfect, and you can definitely tell there is a lot of layers and efforts made in making this keyboard sound good. The stabilizers also didn't have any rattle. Not sure if you can see through the camera, but it is very well lubed in here. No problems with the stabilizers. You can also kind of see the layers inside. That is silicone, I'm pretty sure. And with this plate over here, the RGB is definitely gonna look brighter and vibrant because it's gonna bounce it up like that. But yeah, I have no problems with the sound and the quality of this keyboard. But how about the performance though? Now, of course, this is a magnetic keyboard. It does have adjustable actuation points. It does have a 0.01mm rapid trigger precision apparently. But yeah, the rapid trigger precision can still go lower because it's still to be announced. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be any less than 0.01mm, which is the one in the Pro. The Max should be better or the same. But yeah, it will also have 8,000 Hz polling rate and 16,000 Hz scanning rate. Again, can be higher depending on what they will announce or maybe make a firmware update in the future. But yeah, we will also be checking that in the Keyboard Inspector app, and we'll see if we can set a higher polling rate in the web-based software later. But yeah, it will also apparently have DKS, ModTap, Toggle Key, Rappy Snappy, SOCD, and much more in its web-based software. So without further ado, let's go ahead and plug this keyboard in and see its RGB. Oh, look at that! We can now see the see-throughness and the legends. Before, with the RGB off, it just looks like an all-black keycap set, which is very cool. It's not like those other keycap sets where you can kind of see the see-throughness, the transparency without even the RGB on. But yeah, I think the RGB does look pretty bright and vibrant. We'll see if we can make it brighter and what effects we have in the software. Anyways, I have the website where you can buy this keyboard from. If you scroll down, go to website driver link, click that. You'll be directed to the web-based software, connect the device, and here we go. That's how easy it is to access the software. But yeah, as you can see from the RGB and stuff, I kinda messed with it already. But as soon as you open the software, you'll be greeted with the main layer. You can customize it, the functions, very easy. The FN layers as well. You have 3 layers. We can make different configurations, delete, export, import. But yeah, we also have settings over here. As you can see, we are in the latest version. We can change the device report rate, polling rate. We also have key debounce level over here. If you're experiencing any double clickings on the keyboard, make sure to higher this up a little bit. But yeah, I have mine on closed. We can disable these keys, change the theme, language. We also have a firmware update log and restore device to factory settings if we want that, and these different stuffs that leads us to the XVX store. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for the key tab over here. Moving on to the trigger. Obviously, this is where you change your rapid trigger and stuff like that. You can go down to as low as 0.01 millimeters for the trigger sensitivity and release sensitivity. But yeah, as you can see, we do have trigger insurance or pretty much dead zone, and I do have him on 0.1 millimeters. Yes, you can try setting this lower, but the maximum trigger travel we can set anyway is gonna be 0.1 millimeters, at least for this firmware version. And yeah, that is plenty sensitive already. I think going lower than this will cause some accidental activations. We also have these different features that you can read what it does. But yeah, I'm not really gonna go to too much details on my reasons why I set these settings, what these guys are. I already made a separate video about that. But yeah, I really like the trigger tab over here. It is very easy to customize. Select WSD, select all, invert. We can also calibrate the keyboard here, by the way. I already did this. But yeah, we also have preset configuration. Currently on game mode, but I kinda messed with it already. But yeah, that's nice that we have some presets here. Anyways, moving on to the advanced tab. This is where we set the different functions like SOCD. As you can see, I have my A and D over here. It is very customizable as well. But yeah, we also have DKS, mod subtle, key rapid snappy, SOCD again, combination keys or CB, and macro command. Pretty much all of the features, more than that you will be needing, is gonna be over here. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the advanced tab. Moving on to lighting, which I actually had fun customizing. Especially the preset over here are pretty much custom. I don't usually customize my keyboard RGB since I'm pretty satisfied with whatever presets it has. I do prefer like reactive ones, but I really liked how the picture looked like, where the half is like all black and the half is transparent like this. It's just so cool. I really like the keycaps featured on this keyboard. This is the Phantom. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be the same for the other keycaps for the different variations, because this is their IMD tech something keycap. But yeah, as you can see, we do have a lot of effects we can choose from, and you can customize again. You can even turn off half of them if you don't want it, or you want a similar effect like this. But yeah, no problems with the lighting effects over here. We're already on max brightness and it is pretty bright and vibrant. Moving on to key test, we can pretty much just test the keys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Very impressed with this web-based software. All of that I needed is over here. Again, very easy to access. So without further ado, let's go ahead and test it out on Keyboard Inspector for those interested. I did set this on 8000 Hz polling rate as you saw earlier on the software, but yeah, that is pretty accurate. 8000 Hz polling rate as you can see for those interested. But okay, now let's go ahead and test it out more with my latency testing tool, OSLTTCS. I'm not gonna go to too much details on how this latency testing tool works because I already made a separate video about that, but what it pretty much does is it measures the time, the latency between when the keycap comes into contact and when the keyboard actually sends the signal to the computer. And I also want to give a little disclaimer that these results can still vary. I can make some mistakes and there can be different factors that can slightly change the latency results, and maybe in the future they have a firmware update that can make it faster and the latency test results better. But yeah, I got around 2.2 milliseconds. Those are pretty impressive results for a magnetic keyboard. Definitely much faster than a traditional mechanical keyboard. When it comes to the other magnetic keyboards over here that, okay, maybe on 1 milliseconds, I doubt any or many of you will notice the difference. But yeah, for those that are very interested on the milliseconds, even though again it won't be noticeable, it's pretty much on the same level of the X68 HE Plus on 1 kHz scanning rates. But yeah, again, very impressive. I'm pretty sure a lot will not notice the difference comparing it to the other magnetic keyboards on the top of this latency test. But yeah, for those interested, here you go. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and test this keyboard out more in game.
Oh. Nice. Oh, there goes our initiator. Now it's even now. What the f? Oh, we got walled.
Our spike carrier is dead.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Holy slash. Alright. Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice. Ray should be like
Down
Something.
A.
nice. Left side now. Let's go. Come on, mate. Ace. Ace. You one shot to that.
What?
30
What? You play outside, right?
Over here.
One enemy remaining.
Let's go.
Oh, so good.
You're not here. Like.
Killed.
Okay, now they know where you are. So I smoked the bomb.
One enemy remaining.
Wait. Yep. That's a power move.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, mate.
Yes, sir.
Last player standing.
What the fuck?
Down
Behind
A.
up.
Oh, they're together. Oh, Reyna was mid.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Careful now.
Nice. Good
Portal
rush.
closed. Still get.
Now that's a power
Down
move.
mid.
Wait, that's a free kill, no? Oh shit. Whoa!
One enemy remaining.
Oh!
What's he long?
I think there's one more.
He was.
Is
I think he
One
went.
enemy
Oh yeah,
remaining.
he went back.
Let's guys see long.
Down.
So after playing and testing the XVX HE68, here's my experience so far. Now, as you saw from the latency test and my gameplay in Immortal/Radiant ranked lobbies, it didn't hold me back when I was gaming. I was able to perform my best. It all felt pretty responsive. All of the features work. The low actuation points, as soon as I press the key, it does actuate. As soon as I let go of the keys, the rapid trigger, it does deactivate. The SOCD as well, they all worked perfectly. I have no problems gaming with this keyboard. Movements felt amazing, and again, these switches, these might actually be my new favorite gateron magnetic switches. They don't just sound good and look good, they're also pretty stable. Like, I like them. I like how they feel. They're amazing. But yeah, the price, at least if you're planning to get just those switches, they're definitely not the cheapest. But yeah, I'm very happy with the switches I got over here. They do make the gaming experience feel more pleasant and enjoyable. But of course, good switches are not only good for gaming, they're also going to be good for daily use, typing with this keyboard. Productivity, as you heard from the sound test, they feel and sound amazing. Very enjoyable typing with them for a long time. I also didn't really experience any double clickings with my spacebar and with any of the keys, so yeah, you don't have to have a different switch or profile. I also do like the layout, the arrow keys and the delete keys, the extra keys over here. I really use them when I'm editing or, you know, browsing the internet, daily use. But yeah, I've been having an amazing experience with it so far, whether it be for gaming, daily use, or productivity. Didn't really encounter any issues with it again. It's been working like a perfect gaming magnetic keyboard and just a good looking sounding keyboard in general as well. But is it worth it though? No, I did mention that it is budget friendly. Well, with the right variations, you can get this keyboard for as low as $56.9 with my discount code MIGSS. That is for specific color variations and only for the Gateron EF Magnetic Pro switches. But yeah, I think a lot of you would really prefer this all black, or at least it looks like it's all black, so clean until you turn on the RGB. I'm still very amazed with the keycaps of this keyboard, by the way. Like, I really love it, and I think it fits the keyboard very very well. But if you want this specific color variation with these keycaps, and it is called the Phantom, by the way, it is currently only available at the moment of filming this video with the Gateron Magnetic Jade Pro Max switches. And again, will definitely raise the price of the keyboard, which is understandable, since if you try to get these switches, you might actually end up paying more if you get just those switches. But yeah, with those specific switches and this specific variation, it's gonna cost you around $106 with my discount code MIGSS. Now, I know that there are more budget-friendly keyboards out there, and what really is considered budget is the below $100 mark. That's what I consider budget anyway. If it's below $100, then I'd consider it as a budget magnetic keyboard. But come on, it's just $6 more than 100. I think it is close enough though to be called budget. And lastly, if you want to get it with the Gateron Magnetic Jade Pros, it's gonna be around $76.9. So it's like the middle ground, and I think it also sounds amazing, by the way, these Gateron Magnetic Jade Pros. Definitely a premium and stable magnetic switch. So if you really don't want to go above $100 and the variation color you're choosing does have the Gateron Magnetic Jade Pro option, then yeah, I think that is an amazing option for you. I think it'll sound as good, or who knows, can be personal preference, might be better for some. But yeah, from what I can notice, the main price changer are the switches, not really the colors. The colors just have different switch options that they're selling it with. So yeah, for those prices, I think they are worth it. I would recommend all of them, of course, if you really want the best looks and sound and performance. I think the specific variation I got is the best looking and sounding with those amazing looking switches, Gateron Magnetic Jade Max. Now again, if you don't really want to go above that $100 price, I think getting it with the Gateron Magnetic Jade Pros with other color variations, I think they are amazing as well. I would recommend it. I think it is worth it. But if you're really on a budget, the Gateron EF Magnetic Pro switches should be good enough. I think it is still worth it. Just don't expect the same switch qualities over here. You can expect the same performance though. I doubt there'll be any noticeable or any difference in the performance. But yeah, if you're interested, I'll be putting this keyboard first link in the description. You can go ahead and use my discount code MIGSS. It will give you some discounts off of this keyboard and pretty much any products they have on the XVX store. It would also really support me and the channel a lot. I would really appreciate it. I'll also have my affiliate links in the description, so if you can buy anything off of those links, I would really appreciate it. It would really support me a lot. But yeah, a little disclaimer, this keyboard is sent to me by XVX, but that won't change my review. Everything that you've been hearing me say about this keyboard are all my honest opinions and review. Anyways, I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful, and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.